What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome to my channel. Yimbo reviews everything, and this is my show that happens every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Yimbo buys everything. But I haven't been, and that's like what we're going to continue to talk about this week. So it's a good thing. All right, so this is Yimbo buys everything, episode 47. Last week, if you checked it out, I had two of my close friends on, my toy buddies, my fellow toy daddies. I had No Chewing, my friend Sunty, and the toy father, my friend Chris. So we had a great time discussing, and again, I don't get a ton of feedback, so I hope it helped. I hoped, us throwing on our virtual cardigans and discussing the toy anxieties that exist right now and burnout that's been happening. I hope it helped. Again, to just hear that you're not alone. That we're all, going through the peaks and valleys and everything. What's going on, Buckaroo? Banzai, how you doing, buddy? So I'm gonna get right to the toys. I'm getting right to the toys. Hey, speaking of a toy daddy, there he is. There's No Chewing. What's going on, Sunty? So the burnout is still a thing. It's still a thing. When I went off the air with Chris and Sunty last week, I actually said, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling more creative. I finally snapped some shots, but I'm like, I was so happy that they came on with me. And even tonight, like this actually, I had the reverse effect. Like I was going to reach out to like my rotating group of, past guests and, co-hosts. And I just thought to myself, you know what? Like, this is one of those weeks where I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm closing in. You guys know I'm a teacher. We're closing in on the end of the school year. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of, reaching out and providing some really cool toy photography interviews. And I'm going to keep them going. But yeah, I just felt like I just needed a night to just talk to my laptop, talk to all of you in the chat. What's going on? Frank's in the house, Roman Toys, my boy, and Clintastic. Hey, what's going on, my man? So I just thought, hey, it'll just be me and all of you guys. We'll just do a quick, short show tonight, and then I'll really start looking at my guests. I know Pat the Collector, Brandon, I'm having you on. You're gonna get your feature. You're gonna get your toy photography origin story told. So Pat is coming up. I know Autumn Knight, our boy King Eternal over on YouTube, reached out to me recently. So I'm gonna line up another interview with him coming up. So. And Toy Addict's in the house. What's going on, Danny? How you doing, buddy? And Realm, of course, one of the sweetest guys that I know. I did have a great weekend. It was very relaxing. And again, he hopes all of you guys in the chat also did. And Skullified's here. What's going on, Rusty? So this is episode 47, like I said at the start. We'll just go through some recent stuff. Last week, I went, fire. I can't even talk. Speed dating. I don't know. My birthday box. I had my birthday hauls, my birthday toys, and I just kind of went through them quickly with Chris and Sunty. So I do have all that stuff, but I have this stack of open figures, which I have been very excited about because even though I haven't been shooting to the extent that I was prior to mid-April, I'm still shooting. Number one. And number two, I'm still opening and buying toys. Just not as many. That's really what it is. So I have all these tabs up too. I'm going to talk about a ton of stuff. Actually, before I get to the toys in hand, I think, all right, I know what I'm going to do. So the first thing, this is the first one. Okay. So I went and looked at what I actually ordered and taking Autumn Knight's advice and might as well use stock photos, right? So here we go. This was my first little bit. Not that I do a ton of toy news, but I wanted to hit on this because it speaks to the problem, the issue that I've been having that's added to my toy stuff, anxiety, which is just having, too many toys in my house. I feel like that's such a common thing that pops up with other collectors, especially in the last couple of weeks in conversations. And this is why I'm going to be here again. I know the show is Yimbo Buys Everything, but you could say no. And I do. I had to say no a lot. I'm still waiting on, this isn't even out back, is it? I can't even tell you. But this guy right here, I didn't order any of these. I did order this really sweet Crimson bat. It's pre-ordered at Big Bad. So if I decide against it, but I really like that color scheme. I'm still waiting my original bat, for the record. I didn't get the Slaughter, but I don't think he was up yet. I did get this Snake Eyes. I did get the Snake Eyes because I like the articulation of this torso way more than I would have liked the original set. I avoided the Commando Snake Eyes because of that big vest, and I know people have done stuff like I've talked about it many times. Like, even though I've started dabbling and customizing, I've taken a razor blade to Marvel Legends. I've done stuff now. I still don't like to. So I know people took off Flint's vest, and if I can't do it where I can get it back on, then like I'm probably not going to mess with it. So that's why I didn't get that Commando Snake Eyes, because I wanted, like, the Classified series has some of the best articulation of any like $20 line. So I didn't want to mess with that. So even though I love Timber, I had two Snake Eyes. This one, the brown pants, the scarf, the visor, it got me. Like, so I'm going to have 3 Snake Eyes now. So that was a pre-order. And that's what I mean. I used to be doing this stuff every day. And I think it's okay that we're not. That's what I want to keep being the guy that's going to say. It's okay to just not get, be back in the swing of the ordering like we were for 2 years. Like 2 years. COVID was a long time, man. We got some more people in the chat, and my computer's freaking out. Sorry. Here we go. AB Photos is in the house. What's going on, dude? You're going to be up on the Pick Bar this week, right? One of our guests with Clintastic and Unworthy Collector. Is Toy Addict doing it too? Is that the set? Because we're getting replaced again, which is good. That's what we always say. We want to have new faces and new perspectives selecting pictures at the Pick Bar. My boy Marco, what's going on, Rabbit's Den? Fox Toy Box, what's up? Oh, my brother-in-law, what's going on, Mikey? Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to be the guy that's going to be like, you don't have to order all of it. G.I. Joe's, they just threw a lot out, and I still have so many pre-orders that I'm waiting on. So I'm just not like, literally, I think I have another 5 Joes at least just through Target. And they were ordered months ago, and I know they're backlogged, so that's fine. That's why I'm saying I'm going to be good with like waiting on those toys. So that's me. Here we go, Clintastic. Yep, so Clint, AB, Unworthy, and Toy. See, I nailed it. All right, good. See, the brain is still working. Good. So that was my one. And then I had a second pre-order, which is actually a reorder because it was during my Target when I was really mad at them for canceling a few things. I ended up getting them. So, this is why I always say not to, I don't know. Let me put it this way. If you're posed with any sort of a question where it's like, should I act appropriate? Should I behave? Should I calm down? Should I make the good choice? Like you heard it your whole life from your parents all the way on, right? Did you make the good choice? If you make the good choice, what I've been finding is that the universe provides. So I got really upset about them canceling this Thor Ragnarok figure, and it had been sold out like it is right now. And they canceled it on me, and I was really upset. And I just said, you know what? It's fine. I don't need him. I don't want him. Maybe I didn't not want him, but I was like, I'm fine if I don't get him. And lo and behold, I forget who in like a group chat was like, hey, Ragnarok's back up on Target. And I got him. I was able to pre-order him. So with now, hopefully this one won't get canceled on me. So that made me happy. So those are my 2. That was it. 2 toy buys. Literally, when I tell you I was ordering toys every single day, I was not every day. It was a lot of days. It felt like every day. I mean, even last week on Toy Daddies, we were talking about the fact that like it got to a point where I was coming home to boxes every day. And even if it was just like one new figure, it stopped bringing me the joy. And that's what I keep going back to, like that Netflix show. Like, does it bring you joy? I never actually watched it because it goes against everything I am as a collector. So I've only heard bits and pieces from my wife and talking to like Sunty and Chris. And like, I respect where she's coming from. I can't watch the show. But I will ask myself, does it bring me joy? Because I think that's a very fair question, especially when you start feeling like you might have gotten too much in terms of toy stuff. But again, people are buying. Like, it's not like things are going to disappear instantly on eBay, but if you have an like, I only deal with eBay. I've yet to, dabble in Mercari, but I'm thinking about it, just as another, spot to list figures. Um, but people are buying stuff. It's not like just because our toy circles are feeling like we're going through this ebb and flow right now, and we're feeling a little burned out. Like, people around the world are still buying toys. So just because we may have bought a lot, think about it this way: we've been talking about raising the profile of the toy community for 2 years, and it's happening. Like, there's commercials, there's stuff in movies about, like, being adult collectors, not just 40-year-old virgin stuff. So our goal is working. So just because we might be getting personally frustrated with, like, people want toys. So you can start saying, does this bring me joy? And if it doesn't, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I just listed an Agent Venom, my white one, today, without the guns, because I'm keeping the guns. They're too nice, and they fit perfectly with my Sam Falcon figure and my Hit Monkeys. So I'm keeping the guns, but he's listed, and it's not that he's not a cool figure. He really is. It's just that I don't know a lot about the character, and I'm trying to, like, stick to the ones that are going to compel me to shoot. All right, let's see what. Yeah, here we go. We got some good stuff in here. All right, here we go. Yeah, AB got all four of us on there. Nice. Toy Addict, we can never replace you with the other Yimbos. Well, thank you. It's going to be awesome. I'm telling you guys. Remember, we always say we have all these shows over all these different channels, but seriously, like, if you want to come on, like I explained at the start, I didn't bring anybody on just because of this week. I needed let me just talk to the computer, talk to you guys, talk to the chat, and then just go hang out with my wife. Like, I didn't want to do the big long thing tonight, even though I love it, because Toys and we're not in a fight. It's just complicated. It's not the loving relationship that it was for so long in the last couple of years. Mike, yeah, man, life is too short to be mad at Target. It's true. Like I said, I just tell myself all the time, it's okay. That it's not meant to be. Toy Addict, Yimbo with you, had the same figure canceled on me. Just confirmed that I'm done with Legends. Yeah. And that's okay. Like, I've been also, deciding which lines I'm going to focus on, which ones I'm not. Legends, it's actually a blessing in disguise that there is something. I saw a meme. I'm going to bring Frank's back up in a second because I want to think about this. There was a meme that I saw that I think there's something like 60 some odd Marvel Legend pre-orders that haven't been fulfilled yet, that have been, like, announced. You can order them and haven't been shipped. So that's a lot. And they're still obviously, like, announcing more. So that's where, like, I'm happy that, these corporations were like, oh, here's, like, they bought into the toys just like we did. But they have to understand that there's so many I still have so many pre-orders that are out there of things that I want. Like, they weren't just quick purchases. Like I said, those G.I. Joes, I want those G.I. Joes. I really do. Like, they're going to be so much fun. But if they're not, then I'm not going to order new ones. Like, I didn't get the twins. I canceled the twins from Big Bad. There's a lot of Joes now that I'm just going to pass on because how many, I have a lot already out there. They're going to be coming to my house, so I will have them in here eventually. And that's where it's kind of like, I don't know what to tell you, Hasbro. Like, I'm closing my wallet. Gas is like, $5 right now. It's ridiculous. What was Frank saying? Isn't it weird? I used to go to Target and always see tons of Legends. Nowadays, there's nothing. Yeah, so that was the first meme that I saw. And again, I'm not trying to be like a journalist by any stretch. I'm literally referencing toy memes that I saw in somebody's story that I can't even tell you who. But there was that meme, and 60 sounded about right. That's how I was like, that kind of makes sense because there's been so many orders out there, so many waves. The other thing that I saw was that we can expect, it was something about Target and, like, the peg labeling, and it was like a behind the scenes of Target, and they didn't have the display pegs for Legends. And I think it was on Marvelous Action Figure News, actually. So maybe it was like a legit toy journalistic, like, article that I read that. But anyway, yeah, so apparently Target might not have Legends through the summer. I'm okay with it. But it's weird. Like, I went to Target today and there's still no Legends at all. So it's weird and eerie, but it's refreshing because then I'm not like, oh, I don't need anything. That's okay. So it's weird, man. It's super weird. Ranger Collector. Here we go. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Jumping back up. What's going on, Ranger Collector? How you doing? Marco, let's see. I really think it's not that we don't want the toys. I think the price hikes companies are putting and swaying us from buying. And yes, Hasbro was absolutely guilty of that. That's a big thing. So I made the joke last Sunday on the Toy Daddy Takeover, but like buying gas. So I have an Accord, but it's a 6-cylinder or V6. So I guess the same thing, right? So I have V6. So it costs money to fill my tank. It cost like $75 the other day. And like, I don't even drive. I drive like a slow old man. I try to get the eco thing to come on because my car is old. So it has like the little eco thing inside that pops up if I'm like driving nice. So I will do that stuff to not like, I cut out toy hunts, like I've genuinely cut out toy hunts. So yeah, that's a Mezco a week. And that's how I had to look at it. And that now is hurting. Like, I didn't get the Spidey and the Goblin Mezco, even though those would be slam dunks for me at any other point in the last 2 years. I passed on the Batman Two-Face, which I really wanted, but I didn't need another Batman because that was the problem. Like, I wanted that Two-Face, and that Batman looks amazing, but I didn't want, I don't know, I just didn't want, because I have my Justice League Batman coming. I already have my Ascending Knight, and then I pre-ordered the Batman because that was the best Battinson figure out there. So, like, do I need more than 3? I mean, of course, but again, I always go back to it. Like, I mean, I have a ton of Wolverines. Like, there are certain characters, but I just like Mezco Batman. It's like the price point was driving up too. So I didn't get the Golden Age Batman, and I didn't get the Two-Face, which again, it hurt, but not hurt that bad. I was just like, all right, I guess I'm not going to do that. The Spidey and Goblin, I guess I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to kick myself in a year when they finally come out. But will I? I'm going to have a nice set of toys. I have a lot of Spider-Man figures to shoot. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just talking to myself and you guys. But it's just something to think about. Like, everything is expensive. So I think that when you realize it's like, you don't have to keep up with getting the new hotness, like I've done buying toys to try to like, I just wanted to, it's always been fun when you are one of the first people to get a new hot toy and post a picture of it. And it is exciting. Like, it is. But I made peace with part of this whole scaling back is going to be enjoying the collection as opposed to just the new open. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Ranger Collector. When I used to go to Walmart and Target, I would like to find some Power Rangers. There's never Power Rangers. Yeah, dude. There was like only the white Ninja Ranger today that I saw. Realm. I feel like once they saw that they can get away with HasLab pre-orders for like a year, so they all started doing the pre-orders for figures coming out so much later. It's brutal. Frank, it's brutal. I don't like it. It's just too far out in advance. Mike, show us something cool. So I know what it is. Are you talking about you're ready to the toys? You don't want to hear that? Again, the purpose of me just talking to you guys like this and just hitting on these points is because it's also therapeutic for me, and it's part of like the it's that repetition, saying it out loud. It's the affirmation, like it's okay. I don't need these toys. Like that's part of this. It helps me as much as hopefully maybe it'll help one of you guys. And again, like even the stuff that I'm going to show you, if you think it looks cool, then by all means try to snag it. But if you're like, that's cool, but not for me, then don't feel like I'm never going to make you feel like you have to own any of this stuff, because you don't. It's just stuff that I found to be cool. Let me see, because this is the chat's bumping. I love this. AB, what do you say? So yeah, constantly try to go to stores. There's never any stock of Legends. Plus the closest Target is 2 hours. That's a whole thing. You have to. It's a whole day. You got to plan that trip out. Yeah, forget that noise, man. I'm telling you, even with mine, I have 2 that are within 20 minutes in either direction. I know I'm lucky in that regard, but those trips are out. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm not driving. I'm just not driving. Rabbit's Den. I really blame Funko for creating FOMO. Yeah, and hype on huge profits on toys. Now every resellers think all toys are now profitable, so everything is being bought out. That's a very interesting point. But interesting with Funko. I mean, yeah, they were the mainstream. That was that they hit mainstream knowledge where people just even a casual fan might know one is like worthwhile, you know? So that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Clintastic. Same. All the stuff I want are pre-orders now. Pretty much have completed my X-Men except for 2 Grail sets. Which sets? You got to let us know which sets. Which ones are you talking about? I'll throw them up on I'll find them in a tab. I've been at Target, been buying lots of doubles for potential customs. Interesting. Hopefully clearance, Danny. Hopefully clearance. Let's see. Try putting Super in a V7. Oh my God. I don't even want to think about that, dude. At least it's a Honda, so I get to go regular. Found myself more photos of figures I already own and tell you it's not only easy to shoot, but fun. Dude, I have been trying to maximize my Dio space because, again, just this weekend, I finally rearranged some stuff, and it's still not where I feel creatively revved up. I know that sounds silly, but like if I have to step over too many things and move too much stuff, it does discourage me. And you guys know, like I have all these little like dios set up, but if I have to like step over a car, Brat's car, or move stuff out of like, it deters me. That's where I am now because again, motivation has been low. So it doesn't take many obstacles in the road to kind of knock me off course right now. That's just how it's been. Here we go. Tuscan Traders. Ryan, what's going on? I'm trying to shoot things in my collection that don't get a lot of love. That's what I really think is going to be the fun thing now moving forward. I'm not saying this has to be a hashtag or has to be a thing. What I'm personally looking forward to is not seeing the newest hotness because people will do that. There's already a space and there's people that are on it, and good for them. That's why I follow those accounts. You know what I mean? So I'm excited that those guys get to keep doing their thing. And now I'm going to be really looking at I'm excited to think about what figures people are going to be busting out to shoot. Like I want to start seeing that variety. And I mean, again, in all the guys that I talk to, we have a ton of variety in our collections. We have enough. We have so much, and it's like so varied. And I just want to start really like diving into shoots. So I don't know. I feel like I started busting my like creative wall down. I got like halfway through it. Like Hulk smashed about half of the wall. So I'm not fully there yet, but I'm close. And I posed some turtles today. I'm easing back in with portraits because speaking of Tuscan Traders, like that when I first started following Ryan, I mean, he has a catalog of beautiful portraits, but he was shooting the movie Turtles from NECA, and it was him and Zombie Clown Photography or Boy Alex. And those are the two in particular that like just blew me away. So getting into portrait, like I think that's going to be my way, of shooting portraits. And this has been a trick of mine for myself, just my own. Like if I get stumped, if I'm drained, if I'm too tired to like come up with a story or a dynamic posed action sequence, I'll just go with a nice portrait and focus on the photography elements and try to get a great looking shot. And that's what I'm doing now with this NECA, this NECA wave that I'm going to talk about right now. That's what we should do. Here we go. All right, catching up. Clint, the Dark Phoenix 2-pack and the Hellfire Guards. Ooh. Well, good luck. I don't know how much they are on the eBay, but if they're grails, I'm assuming they can't be pretty. And let's see, classic. Piggyback on what Tuscan said. I digitally draw names to determine who I shot and keep a variety. Usually retire a fig for 2 months. That's another good idea too. I didn't realize. So Green Geek 88 in one of the group chats I'm in shared an app that like you can scan the barcodes for action figure collecting, and I like never considered that I should have an app, but I'm totally gonna do that now. Although so much of my stuff is not like it would be scannable because I saved the boxes like a hoarder, but they're all in the garage. So I don't know how I'm going to have to do it. And that's another project unto itself, but I'm kind of into it because shocking, before toys, I collected a ton of DVDs and Blu-rays, and I had a massive DVD collection. And I scanned and I had an app for all of it, and it was wonderful. So I can't believe I forgot about like apps making our lives easy. So I'm gonna have to do that. Let's see. Do you ever post a poll for followers to vote on what figure you shoot and post next? Thank you, Mike. That's a nice question. I do it occasionally. I mean, like I just did it recently. Who did I? Oh, it was for the X-Men. I think you voted for Wolverine and Jubilee. So I did that the other day. And again, it's fun. I know no one cares. It doesn't matter. But for those of you, like for me putting in the story, like, because I like, if you're in an X-Men mood, then I have an X-Men shot. So I like it. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that actually voted in it, even though at the end of the day, it was just for fun. So, but yeah, thanks, Mike. I do like to do that. Let's see, Marco. For me, if I haven't opened it, it'll be a reason to shoot, but sometimes I don't want to open it. Also, true. There's many, and that's where now I've been on the fence with so many toys. Instead of like running to open up like a new Legend or something, I'm trying to think of like the retro Spideys, like when they were all like, I had all the retro Spidey wave, like when they came in. I mean, I guess all the Ben Reilly and Black Suit took forever. But then all the other ones, like I had around the same time as like the whole big tidal wave of, Hammerhead and, Armored Spidey and all. Like I had them, and I just chose not to open them because I had other ideas in mind. And like I said, I don't want to rely on just new box, new shot, because I fall into the thing where then I open up too much and I haven't shot enough. So I'm just not that good. I'm not that quick on the turnaround. But I did try to fix that this weekend. So I did try. So let's get to the good stuff. Here we go. Here we're going to get to the toys now. Enough of me talking. First of all, I said it on Instagram. This was going to be a very heavy NECA episode. Number one, I've talked about this guy before, but this is the NECA Homelander figure. There he is. He is a scary, scary character. He is truly someone to be feared. He's intimidating, man. So Homelander I love The Boys. So let me get to that. I love the show The Boys. I was late on it. I think it came out, was it a week or two ago, or was it just this weekend? I know I didn't watch it immediately, but last night I finally watched. I looked this up before. I think like 2.5. I think I fell asleep through episode 3. But it's still super gory. So if that's not a thing you're into, just be aware. My wife will like watch it just like on Reddit. She'll be looking on Reddit and just like, I'm listening. I can follow the story. So it is still very gory. I wasn't sure where they were going to go with the whole storyline. I was actually talking to Toy Father and No Chewing about like, if it turns into too many despicable characters, then there's really not going to be a reason for me to keep watching, because then who am I going to pull for? It's like part of the reason I bailed on Walking Dead. And I think that was after the Negan intro. So I never went back. Because then it was like, just all these mean people that are going to keep being mean and killing each other until everyone dies. Like I bailed on Walking Dead. So The Boys, I don't want that to happen to, but if everyone continues to be dark and is a jerk and makes bad choices, then I'm not going to want to keep watching it. So I hope, so far it's good. So far it's really good. I'm into Starlight. So anyway, I talked about Homelander before. This is like what he looks like, that head sculpt. That's the laser eyes, because they port in, which is awesome. He only came with, I think, unless I'm mistaken, and this is now what I keep all my little NECA guys in. He had 2 sets of hands. So he had the open hands and then the fists, as far as I remember. I love the fabricate, the cloth goods. I love that NECA is doing more and more. I guess they've never stopped doing more and more of that. But I love this show. I love this figure. So I did a nice little Dawn of the Seven shot, because NECA's only made 3 boys figures so far. So here's the other one. That's how I had her posed up. I would try to do a little Dawn of the Seven movie poster. So here's Starlight. She's not as great in terms of the skirt, like her leg articulation. You're not going to get anything super dynamic. Plus, it's NECA. the knees. I don't know if this is the same knees that everybody lost their minds with April O'Neil, but they're fine. I guess with April they were like different colors, right? So they do the job. It's just that you will not get much dynamic posing out of it. But again, cloth cape, which I love. And she came with 2 head sculpts. That was her with the glowing eyes. There she is. So Starlight. And the reason I'm showing those 2 off, and I know I've discussed them before, is because I finally opened up. And I want to thank Autumn Night and Rabbit's Den for sending me the links and telling me that he was live. Black Noir, baby. So he is tough to see. There we go. There he is. Looking like Vigilante. And yes, there's the cod piece and all. I have to show this. This is just because I it's all it's all one piece of plastic. Like this, the cod piece was, see, there it is. It's all sculpted. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, guys. It's sculpted the entire, like, I thought that might be a flap. This whole thing is sculpted. So it is as protruding as all the pictures. I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you. Here we go, Toy Addict. Thank you. That dude got a kickstand. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, thank you for putting it, because I didn't know how else to word it. That was perfect. A kickstand. Now, on the positive notes, he has some of the finest NECA articulation I've ever experienced. Like this, he is as smooth and as torso bending as the Arkham Knight figure that I've been in love with, the McFarlane. So I don't know if they're doing something different, but like I didn't need any hot water. Now these knees, these are single jointed knees, so that's about all you're going to get out of him for that. I can't believe, like, the light, he just doesn't, look at this, he just gobbles light up. Because I have a ring light. Like, that's, like, he just, this suit, this mat, it just eats up the light. Look at that. But yeah, so single jointed knees and elbows. Not a terrible problem, because you do get really nice articulation anyway with the single joint. But I can't stress it enough. The buttery smooth torso twisting. He's good. So for a guy that's supposed to be your Snake Eyes, you know, it's awesome. He's really well done. So he only comes with these 2 little knives and then some hands. And then that's it. And did I even put the hands in here? I did. Okay. So a couple fists, open hands, and that's it. And then like the knife hands. So I wish he had more in terms of like, you know, it's the ultimate Black Noir. They could have at least, I guess, thrown in the teddy bear like Mafex is doing, right? So I do wish there was a little bit more to that. It is a very simple, straightforward design. You know, there's really nothing to him, but it's neat. So I was excited because today I was able to blast off my Dawn of 7, and then I did like individual portraits in the same poses. I just swapped stuff for, you know, people around, but kept the posing going. And again, it just felt good to like get behind the camera and bust out the RGB lights. I'm missing 2 of my RGB lights. That was another thing. I'm kicking myself. I'm like, where did I put them? Over by Ultron. I see him. All right. That was real-time happiness. Like the brain synapses firing. Like, oh, wait, they're right there. So good. All right. So there's the boys. NECA, make me the rest. Where's my Deep? He's such a jerk, but where's Deep? I need all these figures. Toy Addict, Freddy versus Jason Voorhees came with the teddy bear. You can use that. Yeah, man. I also have that really sweet Mezco Harley came with an awesome teddy bear too, but potentially. But yeah, let's see. A lot of Toy Addict. Yeah, a lot of the next one I had smooth joints. That's so nice. There's the Captain 1134. He's back in. Frank, look, no heads. Yeah, let's see. Rabbit's Den, Black Noir with Snake Eyes shot. I know different scale, but yeah. Dude, I mean, hey, I did Snake Eyes versus Deathstroke last summer, even though they're significantly different in height. So I'll pull it off. I'll pull something like that off. But yeah, they instantly like need to be together. I mean, there's again the blacked out, or he's just gonna start being my vigilante figure. But then I need a peacemaker. All right, so there's some NECAs going on. Oh, Marco, thanks, buddy. You remember the shot? That's nice. So that was my NECA boys stuff. Now we're gonna shift into my NECA turtles. So now this is my organizer that I have the NECA cartoons. Here we go. NECA cartoon stuff is here. Over here, this is NECA Ninja Turtles and Foot Soldiers. This is the Halloween 3 people. Figure-wise, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. All right. So who should we see first? All right, so I had him up. I'm going to bring him up again real quick. So Metalhead. So again, guys, I hope you are, Ninja Turtle fans. That's what we're going to be discussing right now, going through. And just to give you, I'll let you know which ones I think are still available. There's Metalhead. But I have absolutely fallen in love with this turtle line. I bought him during the haulathon. So he has an on-off switch that works, which is so awesome. He has a ton of accessories. So he has the vacuum cleaner, which I need to take a shot of him cleaning up the sewer house. So that was great. He comes with... Oh, no. This may have been a bad idea to just, have everything on my lap. Here it is. All right. He has his gun. Oh, he has a drill, a hand drill. So he's got the vacuum cleaner. He's got a hand drill. And then this is so cool. His chest opens up. And then there's the porthole there. And that's what this ports into. And then, again, NECA and their attention to detail, it has this wire that also has its own hole to get plugged into. So, oh, so cool. Plugged into its own hole right there. So, yeah, so there's Metalhead. I am a huge fan. I think he maybe needed a little bit of heat on his knees. That's something I'm going to get to with Mutagen Man. But what's been really cool is that these NECA turtles generally haven't needed too much heat to get them going. I did give all 4 turtles the turtle soup bath. Because they're still, even now, I just going to pose them earlier today. I was like, oh, I could use another dunk. But everybody else generally has been pretty good, which is awesome. But yeah, so I'm a big fan of the Metalhead figure. Just all those accessories. It's Metalhead. He's just so happy. Oh yeah, and then it's a articulated mouth, which No Chewing had pointed out to me, which is so awesome. So again, just for the expressions, for the pictures. So there's Metalhead. Next up, also a haulathon purchase. And I know I got some boys in here that have these guys. But here's the Rat King. And he was another one that absolutely blew me away with how smooth and articulate he is. Like, he's got that sweet core. Like, he's got a really nice ab crunch. Look at that. So much better than a McFarlane. Like, does not require torso mod. So he's fun. And I only took one portrait of him that I haven't even posted yet. But he has his little flute to bring the rats. Obviously, it came with I think 3 rats, which are all in my diorama because they're just going to live there now. Came with these awesome I don't know, they look like soda bombs. And then he had this little container. And now here, this is what's awesome. And I didn't know this. Oh, here we go. See, production value. Hang on. I did this for some of these. Here we go. So here's everything he comes with. And then there's Vern, who I'm going to get to. But this picture tonight, I went, wait a minute. That breaks apart? And the answer is yes, it does break apart. I'm a knucklehead. So that's so cool. And it has some gunky stuff in there. Just looks like soup. But anyway, That's really neat. And what's interesting is I have this from one of, I think maybe either Mutagen Man or a Foot Soldier, but it's the exact same, just a repaint, but it doesn't come up, it doesn't open up. So that was a special Rat King thing, which is really cool. So yeah, I really like, even though I don't remember the Rat King too much as a character. And that this is again one of these reasons why I want to shoot what I have, because I bought these guys because they look awesome. I actually really wanted this Vern for the camera, and I again did some fun stuff with him when I first bought him, and then I have my newsroom set up. I had these grand plans for Vern being like the on-site toy, for my toy photography pictures, like interviewing, like eyewitness accounts of fights, and it just hasn't happened yet. It's gonna happen. Maybe the summer's around the corner. I told you, last day of school's coming up. But Vern is great. And what's really awesome, this is he did not come with this. This was from a wrestling set, but I love the camera. He came with a bunch of hands. So did Rat King, like you saw the stock photos. But what was the cool thing when he came? Oh, he changes. He literally, like, his entire everything. His arms will pop out. He has different forearms, so he can transform into. That's a rat, right? Rat Vernon. So I think that's really cool, and I have not even scratched the surface right now. Realm of Toys. Can't wait for the Mousers. And Danny, no, I didn't. And that's like, see, this is past Jimmy, not like, I wasn't like, okay, let me throw this out. What you're hearing right now is the exact reaction to me in a year from now when the Mezco Spidey and Goblins get released. I'll be like, oh, I mean, I should have ordered them, but it doesn't matter. I didn't get the Mousers. I should have gotten the Mousers, but at that point, I didn't have any cartoon turtles. I only had 2 of the frogs, and I never thought I was going to get into them because I didn't think I was going to find the turtles. Like, I wasn't going to start getting these figures until I got my turtle set. So once I ordered the Turtles in Disguise from NECA directly, that's when I finally gave myself permission to start buying them. But even again, that didn't start until just the Haulathon. The Haulathon is when I got these guys. I also got, so I really like that set, for the record. I'm going to go back on record. I really like that set. I also, for the Haulathon, I only bought one, but I got 1 Foot Soldier. I do wish I had a second because of just, the framing of Shredder with 2 Foot Soldiers. But this was the ultimate Foot Soldier. So there's a lot of cool stuff to show off with this guy because he has, and let me know in the chat, is the red foot standard Shredder Foot Soldier? I'm totally spacing on this because then there's the yellow foot. And then you get this awesome, like, super sick, like, superior, like a Foot Soldier Commander with the yellow. So what's the deal between yellow and red? I totally forget. But this Ultimate Foot Soldier is really amazing. But for $32, whatever I bought, I was like, I'm just going to do 1. But again, articulation really smooth, a little loose, but not like, there's no shake. The arms are awesome, double jointed. So you can like, I don't have the right hand in for this, but he could definitely hold the sword with 2 hands. Because again, the oddly long arms, from the design. So let's see, oh, here we go. Just take multiple shots. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Clint. I always forget, like, I focus stack. I do all those things all the time, but I never think of, like, cloning or using just the one figure in Photoshop. Like, I never think to do that. But that's a great idea. Thank you, buddy. And thank you, Ryan. All right, so red is the standard. So red is this like, when I team up him with Shredder, he's going red. All right, that's good to know. So many guns. Came with this blaster rifle, this one, handgun. Oh, this is great. Came with this comm with Krang's face on it. So I guess the yellow is for Krang when he's in control, right? When he's got the... Another sword. Came with 2 swords. Just another so many, another blaster. I'm serious. Like, they loaded him up. But it annoys me that apparently there was the 2, like a 2-foot soldier pack, 2-pack, and then those are never going to be released again. So that bummed me out. That would have been really cool. If they ever do decide it, I will snag one of those because then I'll have 3, and that'll make me happy. But yeah, so the foot soldier's great. I'm telling you guys, I really, really like this cartoon wave, and that's why I want to, like, if you notice, like, they're out, I want to talk about them because this is where my inspiration is going. Like, I want to shoot these turtles. And then, okay, so quick aside, like I always do. The reason I'm going to show you these last 2 figures is that I opened them up last night, to make myself happy because I had a Mezco accident. I opened up my Mezco Catwoman and the leg was broken. The right leg snapped on it. It was just... So then I Google, and like QC issues are plague that Mezco Catwoman figure. So she got shipped back to Amazon. So that was my last Mezco that I was buying for a while. Because again, the pre-order stuff that goes to every wave, every line, every manufacturer. So I'm bummed because I did get refunded. It was with a gift card for my mother-in-law for my birthday. So I'm just sad that I don't get to play with that Catwoman because she looks awesome. But then I got really nervous about my Harley, but she was okay. I think it's just like the QC was plaguing the Catwoman figure. So long story short, I opened up my Ace Duck and Mutagen Man. Oh, that's the ring light. There you go, the ring lights. But there's Mutagen Man. I've had to put the angry head on. I also had to go to a YouTube toy review to figure out how to take the head out, but it wasn't as hard. So if you want me to walk you through it, just let me know. The only thing that I have to do on this guy, I have to hit this bicep with heat. Everything else was basically good. The legs on him were on the tighter side, so I don't know if it's like the thicker characters need a little warm, but the bicep will not swivel, so I have to heat that up. So that's been the one thing, because otherwise he's in like a Hogan flex, you know? But yeah, he's really great, but he's not even the main attraction. So here, I'm going to bring you some product shots. Here we go. Coming up. So Mutagen Man is cool, but Ace Duck is the hit for me. If you take a look at these accessories, the revolver's awesome. The revolver will package in there, and that it took me a little bit, but you can clamp that the holster down. So he's got the revolver basically permanently in there now for me. Came with another handgun, a VHS tape, which is amazing. I got to show you that. And then the spool of film, which is also very cool. Again, already thinking of stuff. And then let me come back to you guys. Like I said, he makes me very happy. This is another really good 2-pack. Except for Mutagen Man. Right? Mutagen Man wasn't like, I'm not super excited to play with him, but to get Ace is really great. Ace is really, really great. So there's that tape. Let me see. So you saw the front in the stock photo, but look at the back. The NECA accessories, the cartoon accessories, are really great. Oh, look at that police hat. That's from a foot soldier, the Ultimate Foot Soldier. It's nuts. All of them are insanely good. So here's Ace Duck. Give me finger guns. He's just stunning. He's stunning. The wings do not have the ratchet joints, but they will move, which is nice. They will sit into place, but it's nothing that I'm like super worried about. And again,
I like to drop in, even though I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever, but the Kiki loose joints. So if I ever need to tighten them up. But look at the jacket, the bombs. My wife, I almost lost them. My wife found them for me. They were on the floor upstairs, so they definitely fell out. So these will come out on you. So you got to be careful about the grenades in the back. Came with a ton of hands. The hat doesn't stick on all that great. Just as an FYI, like at least in my dealings with him so far. Okay, but this is what was so cool. I realized looking at the beak, I'm like, wait a minute. There looks like some gappage. Like this is supposed to come off. And yeah, buddy. What I'm so excited about with the Turtles in Disguise set is literally there's a lot of different configurations to get the personality expressed that you want out of those NECA cartoon turtles. The fact that you can swap it because it each had happy eyes, angry eyes, and then a happy smile and a sad angry face. And like right now, I have a Leo with the smirking smile, but then with the angry eyes, and he looks awesome. Like so, you can do all of these different assortments of things, which is so cool. And Ace Duck will not like he's got the same capabilities because the beak will pop out. That's what it looks like on the back. Just ports right in there. He's got this could be either a smile or a grimace. And then you got the haha. So I, gave him, this is the super Daffy Duck looking face that I wanted. But that's so great. The reason that just the fact that they do this, it's just so cool. It's so cool. So there's the other head. And this was actually flipped. They had them flipped in the box, but then I thought that these two went better together. So Ace Duck is a home run, man. I love Ace Duck. His grenade just fell out. So again, be careful. It is just a small, see, there you go. Just a small little circle of plastic. So you definitely got to be careful, but Ace Duck is awesome. Ace Duck is great. You know what? I took the grenades out. I just took the grenades out. I'm just going to leave them out. So anyway, he comes with the finger guns or the thumbs up finger guns, trigger hands. Like he and Mutagen Man came with a lot of stuff. So I'm a big fan. I definitely, if you were on the fence, I think he's still available. I think the two of them, you could still find. At the very least, you should be able to maybe find them in a store. Hopefully, I love it. And what's nice is that this is now signifying not the end of the show because you guys got me talking for an hour now, so that works. I told you. I just need to hang out with my bros. So here's Frank. I had no idea you did that. You didn't know? That's amazing. I love learning something that I love that moment. I love receiving that moment, so I'm happy I was able to get that to you, Frank. He also came with this Ace Duck movie poster, which is so sick. And I'm gonna have to. I think this might actually be the poster that will go in Vapor's bedroom. Because I was always thinking about printing stuff out. I might just open this and use it. It's really awesome. So this is a good segue because now I just went through the opened NECA Cartoon Turtle side characters. Because I've already done the deep dive with the Turtles in Disguise, and the only other ones I have to open now are my 4 frogs and Mando. And I was gonna open Mando last night, but I think he's in the garage. So that was it. So that's who I have open of supporting characters. But I have one other toy to discuss tonight. I dipped my toe into Super 7. Between all of you guys posting awesome shots with the Leo from Thundercats, I've known about Super 7. I own the 4 turtles. They're on eBay, but they're not going anywhere. But I'm going to probably hang on to that set of Super 7 turtles now. Like I've really been leaning towards that lately, and just be a kid hand-me-down. They're really awesome. So I finally went and did it. I got myself the Shredder Super 7, $38 on Amazon, which again, more than a NECA figure. However, the Shredder cartoon version only came with the Leo, and that's like $125 that 2-pack now, and Shredder and Krang, like just the brain Krang. So same deal, super expensive. So I thought, I want a cartoon looking Shredder. I have the Amazing Movie ones. I thought about blending lines, and I don't know, it just didn't feel right. So this is based on the Playmates design from our original. The other head sculpt has like the paint, the his skin tone paint with the eyebrows painted on exactly like the original. But this is a very cool figure. There's no ab crunch, but that's why I want to talk about him, because I want to show off what he came with, because he's my first one. He's my first Super 7. Frank Roma Toys did the Casey Jones, right? So he had told me that, like the Casey is a lot of fun. So I just finally went for it. He has 6 hands all together. So 3 pairs of hands. So he's got the open hands, and then punching hands, and sword holding, or like weapon holding hands. Duh. Now he comes with, all those Super 7 guys come with the original style weapons that you actually have to snap out of the of the thing. You have to snap it. God knows. There was the square, and then all the weapons were there, and you had to twist them out, and then they would break off. You know what I'm talking about. So they have that for all of these turtles, Shredder included. But then they also have the updated, like more realistic looking paint. So there's that the pizza cutter one, and then the ninja stars, couple of ninja stars. Ooh, fell right in my little Tupperware. So he had the katana, and then that was basically it. It's all based on the classic Ninja Turtle weapons. So he has those all. His legs were surprisingly loose, I guess, because I was warned that it's either going to be super loose or super tight. So I got he's on the looser end. But any posing that I turned him into, I could get him to stand very, very easily. Like the ankles, the feet move all the way around the ball joint. So you can get that nice standing, get nice wide posing. I really dig it. And then if you notice, it's still a little wrinkled from the box, unfortunately. But he comes with a wired cape all the way around, which is incredible. So I'm very excited because I took a picture of Shredder facing off against the Turtles. And he's definitely getting a W in this shot. So I'm super pumped to have, this guy will fit in perfectly with my cartoon Turtles. I feel like, the completest in me, I feel like I finally plugged that, missing a cartoon Shredder. I have one now, so that works for me. And I'm into it. I don't know. It's another one of those lines. I'm happy with this one. It fits this, specific need. I don't know if I'm going to get the April. I've thought about it. I don't know if I'm going to get another Foot Soldier. I've thought about it. And I don't know if I'm going to get a Casey Jones. I've thought about it. So we'll have to see. Again, just a matter of pricing and the fact that I'm trying to not be buying a lot of toys. So I've just been happy with my collection right now. And I'm happy I got to talk about a bunch of stuff that I haven't talked about, on the show with you guys before. So, I think this is going to be good. Yeah, Toy Addict. Yeah, man, with the eyebrow and the helmet. Yep. Rabbit's Den, Super 7 really came far from just making t-shirts and plush and stylized vinyl. Seeing them at the San Diego Comic-Con in the past, I never thought they'll blow up with the action figures. But, yeah, dude, I mean, those Thundercats are sick. The Thundercats are sick. It's just hitting at a bad time, because their price points, like around 45, right, is their typical... So 55, they're reasonable, and you do get a lot. But will I want the Joes without ab crunch? Is this just a Shredder thing, or is that how most of them are? Or, I guess no, right? Now I'm just this is one The night is over, and now I'm just talking out my butt. Yeah, I don't know about the ab crunch situation on the other lines, but I'm just happy to say that I was impressed with this Super 7. These are dangerous looking, but are very pliable and bendy, as opposed to like McFarlane stuff, which will try to hurt you. And I also, this is the other thing that was really cool about this too. So like, like his wrist is a little loose. Again, a little hit of Kiki, not too worried. He has this elastic belt in front, and that is so you can also wrap it around and have it. He can have it like the robe style cape, and have the like. That's why he's all wrinkled in the back, because that's how he came, with the elastic belt around him. But anyway, guys, this is awesome. Oh, look at that, Melly and Mikey, my. What is going on, my niece and nephew? Hello. So yeah, just talking Ninja Turtles, and here's my final parting gift to all of you. I know it's been discussed in group chats. I bought this last week, but for $3, Target currently has these little patches of fake grass. So I bought it last week. I didn't buy another one. I'm going to set this up with my kinetic sands in front of my Castle Grayskull Yimbonia to try to give, again, just some more cool little look to it. But that's it, everybody. That's it. It has been an hour, so thank you all again for having a blast. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me and hanging out and talking in the chat. I didn't want to miss this week, even though I was a little, on the lower energy side. Like I said, I do have big plans. So again, Pick Bar coming up on Wednesday is going to be Toy Addict 17, Clintastic, Unworthy Collector, and AB Toys, right? So those are going to be taking over the Pick Bar. If you are interested in ever, being a guest selector and wanting to come on the Pick Bar, you can hit up me, Thor, Green Geek, or Blitzfigs. Any one of us, like we all deal with that. So just reach out to any one of us. If you have any features that you want to, we'll still do the random features where you just send us a shot and you'll see it posted up and nominated by. We'll do that. And then what else for my show? Like I said, Pat the Collector, Brandon, I'm having you on one of these upcoming weeks. Autumn Night, Eric, it's King Eternal. You're coming on one of these upcoming weeks. And then I'm going to start reaching out again to see who else. But I like having this check-in time. This is nice. This is so nice. Oh, Lago Figs. Have a great night, buddy. Yeah. I miss you, man. I know. See, it's been a couple of weeks since we went to our toy chest. And again, it coincides with when you're not buying toys, it's hard to then go to places that have the toys. So, yeah. So I've just been curbing. So that's why we had to do other things. I have to do other things. Danny, I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. As I start feeling my my voice losing it a little bit. Yeah, interaction with the chat. Thank you, guys. Seriously, it's like it wouldn't be fun if it wasn't for all you guys. So thank you, Marco. All right, dude. I know you're coming. You're coming. This has been like a year in the making, right? And Buckaroo Bonsai, really appreciate it. So everybody, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, and I hope you enjoyed. Again, I truly appreciate, as I always say, but I mean it. Like spending part of your life with me, just listening to me ramble on about, my toys. So thank you guys very much. Oh, no chewing. I appreciate it. Yes, please hit that like button. Pay the bartenders. That's what we usually say at the Pick Bar, right? Tip the bartenders. But yeah, hit that like button. Thank you guys. Marco, really appreciate it. Clintastic. Thank you guys so much. So have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. This is just one man's journey through the toy aisle. And in front of whatever your device you're watching. See? Sunty, I think I had it and I just kept verbal vomiting. All right, everybody. For real, have a wonderful, excellent rest of your Sunday night. And I hope you have a great week. I'll see you guys. Bye.